Hey guys, welcome back, and let's see what we have here. So let me break this down. So I needed to show you guys I want to take my face off here quickly. Alright, so nice equal lows. Run here, and I think we are getting, these equal highs is intact for us to get there, and we will trade it to that. So we've got a nice fair value gap here. Let's see if this is one thing I need to see. That's still alright. I just want to mark out this 130. Okay, so this is that first 15 minutes range, guys. And let me see if there's any gaps. So let's leave that as the first fair value gap type of thing, and we're just going to keep an eye here and see. So if I have to go down to a 5 minute here, sure why it takes so long to load. Alright, equal highs up here. Boom, boom, boom. Then we've got this gap up here, so we need to see what's happening in that gap. But for now, we target those equal highs. And I'm going to zoom back to the 1 minute. And let's see if we can get it, if that's where we want to go to. Alright, let's see what we're going to do up here. Not rushing too much here. So we can obviously take this as this down move as the manipulation. Consolidation, equal highs, manipulation, and now potentially, obviously, I'm trying to look for some sort of an entry to obviously get us to move to those equal highs. Not getting anything right now, so guess I gotta sit and wait and see. Right, let's see. Right, so there's no gaps here, guys, we run these equal lows here, and we can call it equal lows equals. Now we need to wait for something to obviously give us that entry to go and take a long up to the so we are still bearish at this point in time, so not rushing into any trades here, because as much as I think we're going to those equal highs now, I'm trying to feel cautious here and not to rush anything specific. But like I said, I would like to see some sort of a pullback that would give me that entry. Alright, so looks like it's going to gradually move up there. And not give us any, or at least not give me any entries, which is the most annoying thing ever. I would have loved to see this fair value gap get tested. Nothing. But let's see, maybe we're lucky and we get the entry to take it to that. Alright, so let's see if we're gonna get any opportunity to bloody buy this thing. I'm sure some people probably bought it down here, or even the breakout here. I can't just, you know, buy the break. Something's wrong or slow with these trading view today, so everything takes forever to load. So be as it may, I mean, this is where we had equal lows. We ran in there. It was a fair value gap. No retest. Just continue higher. I could not take a trade. And yeah, it's unfortunate. And there's no real gaps here. There's a little gap there. Little one here. Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm not going to rush these trades. And I guess for now, we'll have to wait. I want to switch over to a 5 minute. But because everything seems so slow, what I want to mark out is this gap over here. Just want to put it on there. And we'll change the color. This is that opening gap. I'm just going to call it open gap. Opening gap. Sorry guys. Because I think this opening gap is pretty important for us. Right, so we close above this equal highs, so we're most probably going to fill this. I'm just waiting for some sort of entry. I mean, this thing closed above this first United range, and that's it, nothing. No entries. No blooming entries. Alright, so what do we have up here? There's a fair value gap with equal highs. There's another fair value gap. So those are all targets for me. All I got to do now is be patient to actually get that $1 million entry to take it up to that. So I think even if we go through this opening gap, we might see some sort of a pullback that would give us that entry. But for now, we're gonna just sit tight. Yeah, let's just sit tight quickly. I'll try to refresh the screen if you guys don't mind. I want to reload it because everything seems so not updating. I just want to see. Okay, now it is there. Alright, view up. We broke through the view up there. We're above it, so that's giving us that move up. Alright, just to show you guys, I am here. This is me. Welcome back. Alright, let's see if we're going to get that entry now. Alright, so Let's see. What do we get here? Right, let's see. I mean, there's no gaps or anything. We close above these equal highs, guys. And testing it, so I'm expecting some sort of a move up here. Alright, so still patiently waiting here to see if we can get a good entry. Nothing yet. Looks like we want to see that push now. Okay, let's see. Alright, so we're pretty going sideways on top of these equal highs. We've got some liquidity up here. I need us to close above this opening gap. We're right at the midpoint right now. So I need to see us invert this and then look for some sort of a nice entry to the upside. I mean, as much as you want to take a trade here, it's not really. I mean, this thing can collapse. The only reason I'm thinking we're going higher is because we already ran these equal lows, and this was some sort of manipulation, moving up. We can come down and then move up again. So let's just give it some time here. Let's see if it's going to give us some nice entry here. Okay, so which are my levels? My levels is 18,400 and 19,200. 18,400, 19,200. 18,400. Target 1. Let's see if we can get there today. I mean, I'm keeping in mind the reason I'm not taking trades. Obviously, it's not because this is not trading advice. This is just me journaling. It's a paper trade account that I use here. I think the big part for me is even on a paper trade account, I'm not taking anything, and the reason being is we are in some, markets but all over the place. So let's just don't try to rush things. And there we get that aggressive push. So let's just give it some time to breathe there. I mean, it's amazing how the market's moving, not giving us anything. Which is annoying. I don't like to jump up here because that's like the fear of missing out. It feels like it might just run up there, which is one of those things. Gave me no entry, which is really killing me. But I guess if it, and I don't want to enter here, then we come all the way back here. That's just not gonna give me, I mean, it could continue up here, then it's fine. But anyways, right, let's see. Is it gonna give me any opportunity? I don't know who taking a trade today, who's smiling, who's making money. I'm sure everybody who's doing this ARP strategy would have taken the breakout and already made some money, which is obviously great, but not great for me. So all I need to do is let's see if we go down to a 5 minute here quickly. Okay, we up here now, and there's a fair value gap up there. So guys, there's equal highs here. If we close above that, then I guess we'll keep running, or maybe just pulls back here and then continue higher. So nice. I can see, I knew this guy, Mr. Swanepoel, is gonna tell me how much money he made today, because when I saw that ARP break through, I thought of him immediately. Well done. Great work. Funny how I've marked out this bloody chart, and I'll show you guys where I marked it out. Here's everything I've marked out today, and let me get to 15 minutes, I think. Alright, this is what I was expecting these fair value gaps to hold. It did hold, it spiked through, run lows, and then I said it's important to see how price behave at this overnight gap. If it inverts a gap in New York Open, which I thought will happen earlier, my eyes will go to both fair value gaps up here. What did it do? Boom, right through all of them. Then the weekly consolidation zone, which is up here. And that is exactly how it played out. The only problem is there was absolutely no entry for me, which just kills me. Guys, I don't know what's up with TradingView today. I mean, it seems like it's struggling to load or switch, or I've got no idea. Alright, let's go back to the other chart where it's nice and clean. I forgot it's going to take a while to get there. So maybe we get a nice entry here somewhere. Let's just see. Gosh, what is happening? Sorry guys, I want to try reload this bloody thing. I don't know what is going on here. Kills me. Is this a fair value gap up here? Alright. Sorry, I've got to jump to a 1 minute here, and it most probably will take quick. Alright. Alright, so we want to see price come back down here, and hopefully give us an entry to long something, but this could be just a run to come lower, and I don't want to just, after we've run these, I mean, my entry was supposed to be down here, but anyways, I can't just buy up here now that we run liquidity. I feel like I'm going to get knocked out. So I'm going to have to wait. So we've got this gap up here, so maybe let's see if this wants to get inverted, or we're going to go all the way down here. Maybe we test, because this is pushed here. Let's see, this push started here. We're in discount right now if we want to buy. So anything down here, probably the test of this opening gap. But it's not giving me anything to... But anyways, let's just sit back and wait. Right, so I'm not the only one struggling with TradingView. Maybe the market is dying so quickly that TradingView can't keep up with all the orders. I don't know. So it's a bit annoying as well, so we just gotta just keep an eye. Right, so I don't want to jump between charts now. The only reason I would jump between charts here, guys, is to show you I've already got I literally got on this side of me, I've got another screen with charts, so it's easy for me to just look this side and see, you know, while making decisions on this. Alright, so I don't know, I'm just gonna leave this gap here. Let's see what we do down here. That was a nice move though. I think it was great. And I think, guys, what you need to understand as well, so I've mapped it out, you know, way 2 hours before I came and sit down here. I said, all right, so this is what I want to see happen. I wanted to see, you know, those fair value gaps to hold price up. Then I want to see us taking that first level of equal highs. Then I said in my comments, if we close above that, that would be my trigger to say we're going higher and we're going to those liquidity pools. That's exactly what happened. The only problem now was it went there, so well done, Neil. But the only downside was Mr. Swanepoel on here is the only one that made money except me. Unless everybody else is going to say they made money as well. But it is what it is. That's trading. We're going to wait because, I mean, we've got a PM session. Something might set up a bit later for me to take my trade. What I want to do, guys, with this channel now is I've re-looked at everything that I've done, and I'm going to look for that one hopefully in our session. I'll tape read so everybody can learn, but then I will look for that one. I'll call it $1 million. I don't want to call it like a silver bullet because obviously ICT's got this whole silver bullet type of setup, and I don't want to confuse the matter because it's not going to be a silver bullet setup. I want to call it something else, and it's going to be that one setup that's going to give me a 2-to-1 risk reward. And that's what I got to do. You got to do that once a day. You A and away. So risk 50 points to make 100 or something. It doesn't have to be that, whatever that is. And this would have been the perfect, you know, setup. Just didn't have an entry again. So that's why I'm so annoyed. So I don't want to just jump in with a paper trade account. I want to make it real for you guys to see that if you manage it right, if you wait patiently, you will get that one setup that could change everything for you. If you make, I mean, we spoke about it, 6% a month. I mean, sounds like a lot, and I'm not saying focus on that, try to do that. I'm saying for me, I think the way I trade, I can do 6% quite easily. And if you can do it consistently over 12 months, you'll double your account. I know most people want to double their account in 1 week, but I mean, if you really think about it, you go out, you get a you know, a funded account, a challenge. You've got 30 days to make, what is it, 10% or something? I don't even know what it is. On a 50,000 account, $3,000. So it's not even that. So it's like 6%, I think. And you can do it. You can pass that thing in 30 days. Then you got time on your side. It's costing you nothing. All you got to do is manage your risk, tone it down, and trade consistently for the rest of the year. I promise you, by the end of that year, you're going to take out some decent money, and you can use it to trade your own money, your own rules, or it can help you to do more funded accounts. And I'm not advocating or promote funded accounts. I'm just saying if you look at a funded account, it's probably the easiest way, if you know what you're doing, to get capital in hand to trade your own money. I'm fortunate enough to trade my own funds, and but then again, I'm still learning. There's still things that I mean, like today, I've got no entry, and I'm questioning, was there a way for me to take an entry? Yes, if you kept your... I know people will tell me there was, so I'm not going to argue that. But it's one of those things. We're going to learn together. We're going to make money together at some point, even if it's paper trade money, but we're going to make it happen. So for now, I'm just going to chill and see what price does. And then, yeah, and also the market a bit all over the place, right? I mean, if you look at the news and what's going on, makes you nervous. You see the market gap down it gapped last week, big push down, gap down overnight. You don't want to be caught on the wrong side if the market's tending to gaps, you don't want to get gapped and slipped and end up losing a big percentage if, but yeah. But anyways, let's see. Came all the way back to this opening gap. I don't see it close below here, but then again, that's me. I could be wrong. And it's just interesting to keep an eye on things here. Let's look at something quickly. 2000. Oh, that was it. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's see if we're gonna get something here. I don't see any bullish move here yet, so right, let's see. Are we getting anything here? Is there anything for us here? Okay. I guess the big thing about this now is, I mean, even if you try to get in here, I mean, your stop loss, as much as it doesn't look like, the points on the liquidity or the volume here is massive. All right, well, see what it does. Okay, we didn't get there, we didn't get there. Maybe we're gonna come to this little gap now. Maybe. But be as it may, guys, I'm not touching this right now, to be quite honest. I'm not gonna risk any trade here. It's Monday. And let's take off my face and let's look at this. I'm just zooming out a little bit. All right. So it's Monday, right? We come in, we've got equal lows. We got consolidation, manipulation, expansion, come back down. Run all the liquidities up here, and now we're back into the range. If there was anything, I should have traded in here. Unfortunately, I was not convinced. I mean, there's no gaps here. There's a gap down here. I thought, okay, so let's see if you can come back here. And then run straight to the moon, consolidate. And I was like, okay, maybe it's going to pull down. And I'm looking for a gap here. Maybe this one here. Or test of this. Maybe we come back down and then, Then we just decided to say, all right, Neil, where did you draw those lines? I see you got nothing on. Okay, let's run that quickly and then we just carry on. Right, let's see. Can't take a short here, guys. I know we inverted that little gap there. That was a nice, maybe an entry up here. And I see equal highs here again. Equal highs. Up here. So maybe we go up into there. But anyways, gotta love trading, right? Nope. Nope, nope. This is not what I'm looking for. Not much to look at. Back to that consolidation before the expansion, and we're back. And maybe this is us gonna continue lower. What? Hey man. Sorry guys. Okay. Yep. It's too volatile, guys. You know, if you trade on tight stops, not here, not today. Cheapest on that, I would have done a 200-point stop. Good grief, who does 200 points if you try to make 10 points? Doesn't even sound right to put in a 400-point stop, take profit. I mean, for a 2-to-1 trade. Alright, let's see. Uh, 9650.4 times 5%, 48. Okay. Alright, probably hear my dogs in the background going crazy. I'm worried about this, not worried, but there's this equal highs here. And I don't want to enter anywhere if this thing gonna potentially run up there. Right, well, so there's not much for me to, I mean, looking at this, there's nothing I'm going to trade here, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it quits here and then see you guys in the PM session. Alright guys, thanks for your support, thanks for the comments, and I'll chat to you guys later. Stay safe, don't over trade. Bye bye.